Okay, per. Someone's ready. All right, great. The rest of y'all wake up. We'll be good. But no, I'm so excited to have y'all back. We're almost at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think we only have one more to go.
Oh my God, I'm gonna miss y'all.
Same.
Tuesdays are so fun. We come out and we were literally talking. We're like, we're gonna miss not being here every Tuesday with y'all. But we'll find something else to party with. Right? We'll find something else. But I'm excited for this episode.
Yep, we're about to find out who the top 3 is.
Ooh.
Next week's the season finale.
Ooh.
Rumor have it, bitches are fighting.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. That's what I want to see. I'm like, I need to see the girls fighting. I want to see like actual fists being thrown this time.
I don't. This is drag.
And I'm like, as long as I'm not the one being hit, I don't mind. No. But no, it should be juicy. Things are getting intense, and I think we should hop into the episode and see what's going to happen.
Y'all ready to get into it? Yeah. Hit it, Holiday.
I love it. You ready? Oh my God. That was so much. I was like clenched the whole time.
John, what do I say so I don't get canceled on Twitter? Like, that was crazy.
Yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel like Melissa's like breakdown was justified?
I feel like it's a competition. Like, you're supposed to be feeling tense. It's like, that's like part of the game that you signed up for.
Right.
So like the idea of somebody like not being able to like take it just seems like normal. Like it seems like, how many of y'all been watching Canada versus the World? Okay, enough people. But like, okay, remember when ISIS quit? It seems like it's the same situation, just handled completely differently. Not like handled. I just think like the two people had handled it just differently. Not like it's a bad thing. So don't oop me. It just seems very tense.
Yeah, like, and also like she also came into this with a very intense situation at home.
Yeah.
And having to like figure out how to like rally through that, and then on top of all the other feelings with this show, like this is a lot, and definitely it's one of those things where it's like. It makes sense that this is a lot on your shoulders, girl.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, like, for that to be the case, but it is a competition at the end of the day. Like, I would never let my guard down on a competition, period.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's... I agree that Coco is like, let me address how people have been feeling in the room, because if it doesn't get addressed, it's going to keep building, but also... It is hard when it's competition and everyone is in it for themselves of like, how much do you balance looking out for the other person when you're also, when clearly, all of them are clearly all in their own heads about their own stuff.
Okay, hold on, girl. Like, before you, like, I'm stressed too. Like, we got to, like, talk it out.
Yeah, but I do appreciate they were able to bring it back to a point of like, I'm not trying to yell at y'all. Let's figure out how to reconcile and move forward, which is always healthy. But yeah. That was so much. I don't know. Yeah.
I was like clenching. I'm like, this is my second time seeing it, and both times I'm like, oh damn, like I'm so happy I'm not there. Like,
right? You would have been like sweating, just been like, oh my God, oh no one's safe. Everyone's getting shots fired. But yeah. But I feel like sometimes it's healthy to just get it out and be like, if I don't get it out, someone's gonna get cut later on.
Yeah.
So let's do it right now. I'm intrigued to see what's gonna happen on the main stage though. Let's go.
Y'all ready?
Okay,
hit a Holiday. Also, I was trying to be delicate because I'm not trying to get read by Miss Coco on Twitter tomorrow. So, ciao.
We gonna find out who is sabotaging Coco. We're gonna find out. This is where they did that. They're like, we gotta dead this right now. Who's sabotaging her stuff? This is gaggy.
This is so gaggy. This feels like the very first episode of like Fear Factor. But with drag.
Right, when they're like, we're actually going to just straight up just shock y'all. Like, I feel like the last time they had the truth telling challenge, it got really intense. And there were some like weird questions that were like very like over.
Have you slept with a family member?
Like, right, it was like, girl, why do we need to know that? Yeah.
On TV.
Like, right.
What does this have to do with drag?
No, literally, I'm curious what the questions are going to be like this time, but... This is so nerve-wracking. I feel like I've never done a lie detector, but I feel like I'd be so nervous I would just like say something to be like, that's wrong. And I'd be like, no, I just have a bad memory.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, I promise, I just generally don't remember. Well, I guess that's a truth in itself.
I would be so nervous if I was them. Like right now, it's just too much. 2 people were going home. Lie detector test.
Right, you're making the tour, like
yeah, and they're like.
I think the tour tickets are on sale now, though. I know I'm not paid to say that, but right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it's like get you some tickets to the tour, but yeah, that's gaggy. I'd be so nervous. Like
It's a lot, right?
Yeah, because touring is such a big thing. Because y'all go around the world, y'all go across the country.
It's so fun. It's stressful, but it's fun. Like
cute, yeah. But no, this is big.
I'm still shook about the intro. I'm like, whose side am I on right now?
I'm team everyone not getting shocked. That's what I am. Because I can't imagine. You know, I like one time had an outlet that was out and like something like shocked myself a little bit. And I was like, all right, I'm good. That's it. That's all I need. I do not want anything else. So may the odds be in their favor.
Who do you think is going to for sure be in the top?
I think my top 3, I think it's going to be Melissa. Oh, no, oh my God.
God damn it.
We were just talking about her, so thinking about her. Oh my God. I'm just willing her back in. Who else? No, I think it's going to be Victoria. I think Victoria, Coco, and I feel like I'm a toss up between Hoso and Eva. Like, I feel like they, like, you know, they've been in the bottom, they still very much love both of them. So, like, I could see Hoso moving on to top 3.
For me, it would be obviously Victoria. Like, I think that's like at this point, like no question. Coco, even though we don't fuck with each other, but I still think she's top 3 material.
Right, we love talent. Right.
And it's a toss up between Astrid and Hoso for me, like, because I think Astrid's doing like a fantastic job. I think Astrid's been like murdering it and killing it. I think Eva is doing a really good job. I think she just she keeps getting in her head.
Yeah.
Like, because Eva is like really good. Like Eva's like, she's like a fantastic performer. She's just like a general, just like good drag artist. But I do think sometimes like her being so good, she's just like becomes like the bane of her own existence sometimes.
It'd be like that.
It do.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm really hoping she can push through.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. I want to know who's making it on to the next round.
Ooh, ciao.
All right. Let's see what questions they're going to ask.
Did you throw some titties on bitch?
It was the way he said it, so robotic. I was like, not this.
Them titties holding secrets. Like,
right. I was like, but those are the real questions. I also needed to know where the secrets are at, and they're in the titties. So I feel satisfied. I feel like we learned so much. We learned that Coco might be a slight masochist, just a little bit. And we also learned that finally no one in the cast so far is sabotaging her. That's currently on the cast right now.
I'm just still thinking about this man saying, "Did you throw some titties on bitch?" Like that.
Right.
Like,
you can tell he was so confused. He was like, "That really got me out of here saying
right."
This.
He's just like, the check needs to cut because I don't know why I'm asking these people these questions.
I'm sure it's probably the most interesting lie detector test he's ever done in his life.
Would you dress up like a lizard in the room for Astrid?
Like, yeah, he's like going home like, why did I ask that? Yeah, I love that.
And I'm sure he doesn't watch the show, so they probably like paid him, and then he just came, he did this, and now he's just like at home wondering, like.
He'll keep him up at night thinking about the lizard. But yeah, that was gaggy. I think it was really gaggy that Astrid didn't steer herself in the top 3.
Yeah, what's the point? Like. It's a weird, like, I wouldn't, like, it would be hard to not be in that room. And I love Astrid. Yeah. Astrid's, like, a fantastic artist, fantastic performer, just a fantastic person. But it would be hard not to, like, be, like, a shark in that room and smell, like, the blood in the water right there. Yeah. Like, well, this is an easy pick when we're asking because you don't see yourself here, you know?
Right. Like, that's something that was like, that's a question that even if you don't feel it, figure out how to...
Because for season 4, when they asked us, who do y'all think is going to be in the top 3? Right. It was, like, so hard. Like, everybody wanted to be there.
Right.
So, like, it was, like, very difficult. And, like, not saying someone's name just felt, like, odd. So, to have somebody, like, throw themselves out already, it's like, well, okay. Yeah,
you never want to eliminate yourself. Like, that's always, like, a really big red flag. So, I hope that she's going to gain whatever confidence she needs to push through. Because it's always sad when you see someone count themselves out. And you're like, you don't want to watch them count themselves out for the rest of the episode. Like, at least give us a fight.
Yeah.
Give us a fight and let's laugh. If you don't feel it, show us how you're going to gain it back,
right,
you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Whew.
That was intense.
Yeah. Did you throw some titties on, bitch?
We need that on a shirt. Yeah. That could be her merch next. Yeah. I'm here for that. But that was gaggy,
That
and
was so gaggy.
I'm intrigued by I'm intrigued by Coco's tactic. I don't know. I mean, I guess it gets people
It's
on
good
edge.
for TV. Like,
Right, but definitely I've been like, girl, that's a lot of shocks. That was what, like 6, 7 of them or more. I was like, that was a lot. Kudos to her to be able to handle that. You know, that's definitely, it's like, okay, she's hardcore. She can handle anything. She can just stick her hand right in the socket. She good to go. Lightning got nothing on her now. All right, I'm ready to see this challenge.
I know this episode just feels intense. Like,
Yeah.
just like watching it, like the anxiety is like coursing through me. Like,
Right. And we're going to revisit some horror icons now.
That's an exciting challenge.
Yeah. I'm pumped to see this.
Yeah.
Let's go. I want to
Y'all
know what they're going
ready?
to do.
Hit
All
it,
right.
Holiday.
Burr.
Ooh. Did you throw some titties on, bitch?
No, I'm actually the haunt of the workroom. That's what I am. I kind of would live for there actually being ghosts in there, just being like, you know, just moving stuff around. But that's honestly my goal. It's like, I'd love to just be a really fun ghost after this life. So if he's just missing things, it's me. It's me.
Luca Ghost.
Yeah. Actually, there used to be a drag performer in Chicago called Luca Ghost.
Really?
Yeah, that's why everyone keeps calling me Luca, because I think they mix me up with them.
Oh.
But yeah. Actually, I got these gloves from them. I know. Thank you, Luca. But yeah, real talk. That was fun seeing a little peek into their looks.
That's like always my favorite part about like just drag shows in general. Like the drama's cute because it's reality, but like I always like to like at least make sure that there's a focus on like the reason why these people are here.
Right. I know. I always love. I'm taking notes. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
school tax, got you. Okay,
Yeah.
I can get them.
I wish that there was like a little bit longer emphasis on this part.
Yeah,
Just,
we didn't see Victoria's at all, and like Eva's.
Yeah.
It was like we saw the sculpt, and then Coco said, "Figure it out," and I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, "Oh, I need more. Like y'all could have given me 5 more minutes minimum
Right.
of that. I want to know, but." I'm already excited by the direction Hoso is going with this.
Same. Hoso has always been like just a sick artist.
Yeah, and I think it's a really creative way of playing with. Because I feel like the ring is a character that people love to do in drag because you can get the inches going with your hair. You know, everyone loves the 90-inch weave while they're.
I think that's what
stage.
I like the most, like about like Hoso is like that they can take like a concept that has been done like 50 million times, and give you like 50 million and one, and like you know what I mean,
like,
give you that like take it to their just own direction.
Yeah.
Hoso, like to this day, like Hoso dressed up as a cactus like takes it from me. Like
that was a really good one. That was no. I'm really excited. What would you do? Like, if you had to revisit this challenge, would you keep it the same? Would you change it up?
Ooh, no, I definitely change it up. I do maybe like Candyman or like
okay.
Ooh, Candyman, Sully from Monsters Inc. Like
wait, okay, actually make that happen. I would love to see that. Yeah.
Like,
no, that'd be fun.
Something like a little left field. Like so the Gremlins would be a really good one.
That'd be fun.
This is one of those challenges that's so fun to do because there's just so many options.
Bury that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'd go for like a cute Freddy Krueger moment. Like, I love me some Freddy. I feel like
absolutely
I would have to give him some new light. I think that'd be my route. Yeah. Okay, I'm excited to see. I want to know what the hell everyone else is doing since we didn't get any of that and find out what they're gonna do. I love that we have an acting challenge with this too. Like they have to do the scene, which I think is fun because y'all
we just did the floor show and that was it.
Right.
So like having to act it would have been like really cool.
Yeah,
because I think that was like my favorite part of Resurrection was like the environments and stuff were like helping to like give the like character more life.
No, that.
So like the idea that they're gonna have like sets and props and stuff to like give their characters like a little bit more life is like just really exciting.
Yes, definitely, and also like it'd be really, especially like with Hosa saying how many prop sets she has. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see you play with all this because you got a lot of stuff that could be really. And
fun. Hosa's one of those people who the props help, like, because some people have like a lot of props in, and then you just like kind of get lost sometimes. Yeah. But some people really know how to like utilize the props, and I think Hosa's like definitely one of those people who know how to like utilize the props.
Yeah. I'm excited to see this.
Same.
All right.
Y'all ready? Throw some titties on, bitch.
Yes.
Y'all already know what I'm gonna say.
I was like, okay.
Did you throw some titties on, bitch?
Right. But no,
It just.
I love the little acting challenge they did and the trust fall. That was cute. That was cute.
That was cute.
But after saying she doesn't have deodorant on, I would have been like, I'm sorry, I can't catch you. I can't do that. we're not starting the day without deodorant. Like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am.
It do, okay, like, so being on the show, it just do be that way, like where it just be like extreme lows and then like extreme highs. And you have to imagine when y'all like going and doing that like every day, it like.
That you don't have deodorant?
Huh?
I can't. Oh, you're talking about deodorant or just like energy wise?
Oh, energy wise.
Oh, I thought deodorant. I was like, I keep mine in my bag at all times. I don't play that. I keep mine on me at all times. That's in my little.
I was
my
talking
little
about
backpack in the work
energy.
room. Oh, okay. That I feel. I was like, I take deodorant
like,
seriously.
These musty bitches.
Right. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, no, ma'am. But no. Now I understand. But yeah, no, I feel that. I think that was a good way to kind of revitalize everyone. That was cute. Also, I'm surprised Coco didn't leave. Like, everyone knows the black person's supposed to run out first. Like, you should have already left the workroom and ran down the hall and, like, been like, nope, I'm out.
I don't fear ghosts because of that reason. Like, y'all ever watch them House Hunter shows where they're like, there's a ghost in the house? Like,
I'd be like, okay, that's cute. I'll be down the street. Like, I will not even go in the house. That's it.
What I'll say is I just never have seen an episode of Black Person there. But.
Right. It was like, see, Coco, you should have ran out the room. Also, that was the fastest I've ever seen Astrid. I understand how she's a lizard person now. That was like freakishly long,
have so
like
many
fast.
questions. Next time I see her, I'm just gonna be like,
she like scuttled so fast. I was like, oh my god, you actually are a lizard. I believe it now. I believe.
she's the fifth kind.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I know. Looks like we saw a little bit of like a zombie situation going on with Eva. So, and I couldn't tell what Victoria was doing. It looked like there was some kind of like
chest prosthetic situation.
I was like, they're giving us very little to hang on to. I'm like shaking.
You ready to just get into it?
I am.
Because I feel like we're going to have a lot to say after.
Yes. All right, let's say the magic words.
All right. Put some titties
on
bitch.
bitch.
This is why I love Dragula. That was a sick-ass floor show.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm generally scared.
Right? That was like sick as fuck. Like,
yeah. That was spoopy. That was so spoopy. Hoso like made me
Hoso
my booty hole clenched a little bit with that one. I was like, oh no. I was like, oh.
Coco's monologue at the beginning, absolutely iconic.
Oh my god, yeah.
I never watched Mars Attack. I just seen like the Mars Attack character, but
yeah, because it's very recognizable.
Yeah,
I was like, I haven't watched it, but like I recognize it. I was like, okay, I know where.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
So y'all gonna have to fill me in on that. Like, was it like two on the nose or? It was,
okay, we get some ants. Right.
I get like a very lukewarm. Like a lot of people, because I like never seen Mars Attack before. Like, but I know what it is.
Yeah.
So I recognize that from that, but.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like, your approach to it. Like,
right. So like it's hard you to do like a half and half mix. Like it has to be recognizable enough, but still you. Which I think Coco did a good job of. Like clearly it's like it's her makeup. It's the Boulets had like adopted a black sister. You know, like very that. Like it's like okay, she's in the house, but she she got her own edge. Yeah. Same thing with like I mean I feel like everyone did a pretty good job of like. I
didn't really even get a good look at Astrid's look the whole time. I thought it was really cool, but I felt like it was like no point where I got to like see it.
Well, I think it's hard because so much of it like punched through in total blackness, which means we had less time to like see it in the light and see all the details.
I'd look forward to seeing it like fully. But it looked really cool.
Yeah, I was gagging for Victoria's hair.
Oh yeah, Victoria looked
so
great.
Good. Yeah. I was like, now the chest plate makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, what is she gonna
be? It was
be?
giving Crypt Keeper. Like, Creep Trust. Throw some titties on it.
Right. I know. Asher has some titties on.
Yeah.
I saw
it was giving Crypt Keeper, throw some titties on it. Like, that's what it gave.
Very that. I know. I realized. I was like, that's another thing I would do. I would also maybe throw in the black Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Hood.
Yeah.
Everyone told me to do that from Halloween. I'm like, I'll get around to it eventually. I think that's how I look when I wake up in the morning sometimes. Anyway, I'm trying to think. Oh, also, so we covered everybody. I think.
Yeah, everybody ate. I think.
Yeah, they all turned out really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I feel like this is gonna be a hard challenge to decide who's going home, because I think a lot of people were bringing this like a similar level of quality in terms of like what they were bringing.
100%.
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of brought it like really high quality. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, I feel like for me, I don't. Who's your top two out of this?
My top two?
Yeah.
Oh, easily Hoso and Coco.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like easily Hoso
Same.
and Coco.
No, I'm still gagging over Hoso. I'm still generally scared. I'm like, oh, if I see her in a movie, like, I'm shutting it off immediately. Like, I do not need her out of my screen. But yeah, but also a very fun interpretation of it.
Yeah, it was just different. There was like there was fresh takes, like the hair with the tapes and stuff going through it. That was just very fresh, having like the TV on the head.
It was cute.
Yeah, all of it, fantastic.
I live. All right, let's see what the judges got to say. I'm so glad we got Guillermo from the What We Do in the Shadows. I love him.
I love him too.
Yes. All right, let's see.
Let's see what the Boulets
Right,
say.
let's put some titties on this and see what happens. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with most of their assessments that they had. Like I think they resonated with the ones that we resonated with.
Yeah, I think they were saying a lot of the same things. Like I think the viewers and myself were feeling and seeing.
Yeah. And also, like, I agree, because it's like I'm not as familiar with the Alien Predator franchise, so I was like, I had no clue that was the spine that she was ripping. I thought she was like pouring pink sludge on her body, and I was like, ooh, sludge. I was like, oh, there's something happening here. Did not process that at all. I was like, oh.
And I think sometimes people, when they're like doing drag television shows, they were like, well, this was the idea, like, but your point as like an artist who's like in that position is to show like, to make people who may not understand what's going on, like, understand.
Yeah, very that. And very much of like, even if I've never seen that franchise,
you should
I should be able to
like
understand that you're ripping a spine out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I think it's hard because there wasn't, at least from what I can tell, there wasn't like any kind of other body. Yeah, so like there was like that would have been a good time to have like a silicone body to like rip it out from or something.
Yeah.
So it was like you're pulling a spine out of thin air. I was like, I was not gonna get that.
Yeah.
But I was like, you gotta help me out. Yeah, and I can see how like they're concerned about Eva as well, where they're like, I mean, she has done some times where she's done above and beyond, and other times where
last
it's like,
week her water creature one was crazy.
So good.
It was
right,
nuts.
That was phenomenal. Yeah, so very that of like, I feel that's a hard place to be, where if you brought back, you have to be out of this world every single week in order to stay. And this one, unfortunately, was just like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best.
It might have been just like 2 on the nose.
Yeah. But no. But it's still a sickening look. I'd be like, still tour with that look, girl. If you make it to the tour.
Right.
Or just tour on your own in that look. It's look great.
Because she looks fantastic.
She looks good. The titties were on. The body was right.
Victoria threw some titties on it.
She did. But yeah. But no, I feel like we're on the same page. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see what they got to say.
All right. Let's get into this culture. It's either going to be hot and spicy or...
Spicy and hot. I don't know.
One of the two. Like, get y'all some of these chicken tenders.
I was eating. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, get y'all some of these chicken tenders.
Right. I need something to chew on. That was so much. Mm-hmm. That was gaggy.
I'm like, as soon as this over, I'm about to go upstairs and fuck these up.
Okay. Right. I know you need some good food to eat your feelings, because like they're throwing things left and right. I think Hoso winning was well deserved. Well deserved, and totally makes sense.
I think it was so funny when the guest judge was like, I don't know if this was an iconic character from Mars Attack, but it was iconic to you, so it looks fine. Like
I was like, oh gag. I was like, I feel like it's pretty iconic. I was like, I feel like we all, even if we haven't seen the movie, we know the like Martian from Mars Attacks. Like we know that look. I was like, oh, okay. Well, we're going to say it's iconic. Go ahead. You got it, Eva. We say it's iconic. You're iconic to us.
Where do we start? Where do we begin? 2 people is going home. Hoso won. Very well deserved.
I think it's gaggy that they're making everyone go up there. Yes, because it's like, you know, I mean, even Victoria, she was like, I feel like I'm fine. But it's like, I don't know. You know, if you're all going up there, I would still be just a little bit scared that I could be dropping as well.
I'm always so shook when people like in the confessionals take that stance where they're like, well, I'm not going home. Because anytime that happens, the producer on the other side of the camera is like...
Right, they're like, Just you wait.
Say it again, dummy.
Right. I know. I'm like, I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
I feel confident that she had really good critiques.
She did really
so like, I do feel confident that she'll be okay. But also, again, I'm a little nervous because they are looking at every single detail, and it really was.
And I felt like everyone got like really good critiques for the most part. So. Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so who do you think is going home based off of what we saw?
I think Eva.
Okay, yeah.
I think Eva.
Yeah.
It's not her time for me, but I think they're thinking that.
Yeah. No, because she's brought really strong work, but definitely it's like.
Yeah.
I think for what they're asking of her.
Yeah.
It may not be what's happening.
And that's all I can pick right now.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I think out of the three that left, I don't. Okay, Astrid also might be going home just because they honed in a lot on like we wanted to see more of the acting part of your character.
I just love Astrid, so.
I love that for you.
Yeah, just like Astrid. I love Astrid. I think Astrid's just a quirky person, and just.
Slay.
Yeah.
I love that. But yeah. All right, let's hope that the odds are in their favor.
Yeah.
You know, people got a lot of things out in the cauldron last week, so I don't know what else they got to put out on the table. But I'm intrigued to find out what else they got to say, because now that they all trust each other and are besties again, maybe they'll be hugging and, like, laughing as they walk to their death. I don't know. Let's find out.
I'm pushing somebody if I'm up there.
Gag.
And again, go get y'all some of these chicken tenders.
I'm glad you're...
I'm letting mine cool off.
They were moved for that last one. Oh my God. I literally was like, wait, what is about to happen right now? That was gaggy. But what I thought would happen. Oh my goodness. We have a top three.
How do y'all feel about the top three? I think they're all sick as fuck. Like, I think this is gonna be like I think this is gonna be a battle of the Clash of the Titans. Like,
yeah, are y'all excited about this top three? Yeah. Okay.
I think every last person who's there deserves to be there, and I think next week is gonna be super gaggy.
Yeah. So R.I.P. to Eva and to Astrid. And yeah, I don't know, that cauldron was hard because I feel like I get that she feels like she missed out last time by not making it to the tour. But also, I'm also a firm believer in, like, if you want something, make it happen. Yeah. And, like, that's also a big thing, like, why I feel like TV can't be the end-all, be-all. Because, like, there are other ways to make yourself known in the world without feeling like you need TV to do it. And, like, I get that it is a huge help. It is a huge, huge help. But also, like, I feel like I agree with Victoria, was like, she was so hyper-focused on that. Yeah. And, like, what everyone else thought of her. I was like, girl, like, think, what do you want for yourself? How do you want to make that happen for yourself?
Right.
Not
just being on tour with Dragula. Like, there's more to it than that.
Right. And, like, don't let you into a spiral. You know, like, you are sickening. You know you're sickening. Yeah. Promote that and put that out there and, like, seek it out. And people will book that, you know. And it's hard, obviously, when you're incubator like that. But definitely it's so sad to see her get worked up in that way. When I was like, there are other ways. Like, there are ways to make it. Push through.
This was a tense episode.
Yeah.
This felt like the first one where it was long and a lot of shit happened.
Yes. Very that. Do y'all have any questions? We can open it up to the floor.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know. Y'all was like, ooh, oh, okay. Perfect. You're ready in the front. Oh, my God. Wait. I'm just going to, like, drop like this.
Ooh, be safe.
Ooh, right. Here we go. Oh, all right. I know. I'm not sexy. Okay. Here we go. What's your question, friend?
Hi. So I had been thinking about this for a while, like going to these viewing parties, and again, don't say anything that's gonna get you taken off the franchise or whatever. But I think that a big thing people have talked about with the advent of, like, Drag Race and Drag Race becoming so popular is, like, the positives and negatives of, like, certain types of drag being popularized. And I sort of wanted to say, from you guys' perspectives, because you're both, like, alternative performers that I very much, like, admire and draw inspiration from, like, what do you think is, like, maybe the positives and the negatives, or, like, less great things that may have come towards alternative performers due to the advent of Dragula and due to the advent of maybe weirder or more alternative performers being put in such a high public space?
Oh, it's definitely. I think the positive is, like, being able to use your platform to like like before I was on Dragula, I was working like 40 hours a week at IHOP. I had 2 jobs working at Walmart, and now I'm like fortunate enough to be able to do drag full time. So that's like always like a positive. I think the negative is like to present like actual alt drag to people. Sometimes you gotta like almost like make some compromises and scale it back a little, like sometimes, because like the world's not ready like as ready as like I think the people think the world is. I don't think it's like fully ready to see like alt drag like at its fullest. There's people like Hollow who still to people like they get confused. They're just like, I don't get it. But that's like what alt drag looks like. And that's somebody who isn't making the compromises to bring it to people's faces. So I think that's one of the trade-offs. But like I said, for me, I feel like the positives outweigh the negatives. Because as like time goes on, I feel like there are people like actual alt drag is like becoming more acceptable. It's like nowadays, like people don't even view like stapling yourself at a show as like that crazy anymore, opposed to like where 5 years ago, where if you did that, people were like lose it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that is a big thing, is always worrying about like the watering down of anything, you know?
Yeah.
And so the worry of like, okay, and I feel like already as, I don't know about you, but like as an alt performer, I also just even working in the city, I always have to think about like, okay, like depending where I'm at,
yeah,
we'll see. Like some numbers I can do some places, some numbers I can't, because not that I don't want to give it to y'all, but sometimes people are just not here for it at certain spaces, and so like you have to always kind of moderate and figure out like, okay, I'm going to give you me regardless, but maybe not. The 20-minute number may not happen at certain venues. You know, whereas if I know people are a little higher.
You make enough like almost compromises to the point where you still haven't lost yourself and you still know you can do it, but you just kind of like scale it back a little bit.
Right. I always believe in always do what you want to be booked for, but just figuring out like what works. But definitely I think we see that with any franchise, with Drag Race, with Legendary, you know, like all these things that like exposing drag and ballroom, it does affect how people view that and what they're seeing. So
you have like voices who really don't know about like for instance, Legendary.
Yeah.
What does Kiki Palmer know about?
Right, I know. I like constantly was like, I want more ballroom people on that show.
What does Megan know? Like, I love Megan Thee Stallion, but what the hell does she know?
I was like, she looks so good, but girl, like, I know you don't know. Yeah, very that.
It's just one of those things. Like,
yeah. But no, and I think that's also, it's always hard because with alt drag also like, the whole point of it is also to always be a counterculture. Yeah. So it's also hard when it's like when it becomes mainstream of like, you know, we're always gonna be. There's always gonna be an element that's always gonna be weird, and that's also
like fuck the system, but thank you for the $20.
Like fuck capitalism, but also like do pay me the higher booking fee because I am deserving of the higher booking fee. But also like I'm also still gonna be critiquing things and exploring themes and visuals that you may not see. So yeah, it's always a hard balance of like, I want to be different, but also please make sure my lights stay on.
Right.
And like, please make sure I'm still fed. It's very hard. But yeah.
So
thank you for asking that question. All right, I'm coming to you.
Here, let me help you. Let me grab one of these French fries.
Oh, yes. Grab the French fries. Those are very important. All right. Hey, friend. What's your question?
Hi, I'm Cohen. I had a question based off of the last thing you said. What's an example of a design you had to scale back for someone else? And what's an example of a design you wish you could have pushed 10 times further?
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. Like, you know, like, I wouldn't, like, really say that really applies to me as much. But I have seen, like, people, people, like, doing, like, pregnancy numbers or, like period numbers or just things that, like, you know, are very, like, true to them. Like, and, like, to see them being told, like, oh, maybe not here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But this is, like, a number. Like, I remember on season 3, Hollow wanted to do a number, and they wanted to have their used tampons on them, and they were like, no. Like, and like, it wasn't like a no, it was just like a no for like safety and stuff, but like in real life, that's like alt drag. Like that's what you're gonna go to like some like dumpster dive bar and see, you know what I mean? Like, so like that's like I think the examples, because for me it doesn't really like happen very often. Like I don't want to say like I'm like less alt or anything, but I think my version of alt is just like not that. So like I've seen it happen where people were like, hey, you gotta like or going to somewhere and they're like, top 40s, baby.
Very that, yeah, and that's when I'm like, okay, great, we're gonna do the slow reverb version.
Yeah,
and I got you. I was like, it's still gonna be Beyonce, but it's gonna be a Beyonce 10 octaves down. And here we go.
And not so much in like, I would say like Chicago is like really good. Like, you know, like this is like a place that there is just like a lot of alternative drag. It's just part of the culture. It's built in. But like in some smaller places like that are maybe lesser known, like it happens like a lot. So, but not really much here. Like. We got like bearded queens here, like, you know, there's like a lot of
right. We're in other places that people are like, oh my god, I can't believe, and you're like, girl, that's the norm here, right? Like, we love it.
Yeah, like
this
city has like so many like I don't like. There's still not a lot of drag kings, like, you know what I mean. It would also be awesome to see more, but the city has like a good amount, like, you know.
I was like, Chicago probably has like cities with one of the highest amounts of drag kings.
Yeah,
in the country.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, and I still get misgendered at some places. Right, wild. So yeah, it still happens, right? Because people are still getting together and still figuring out how to process it. And also, I think sometimes the big thing is even if a venue is being better about booking certain stuff or like is saying like, yeah, do whatever, we're not going to limit that. Still, sometimes not even the audience is all the way there. And it's like, okay, now I got to do my job to educate the audience to make sure that they're addressing the performers correctly and that they're addressing the talent and are receptive to it, which is always, I think that's always the big step that
and I think that's what people say when they say like Dragula is important, because like it's like showing people something like that they didn't like weren't able to see before. Like if someone like seen Astrid wearing what they wore today, like it'd be like, is that drag? Like, you know, like, but it is. So like it's like important to like kind of shift people's perspective on what doing drag is.
Hear that? Yeah. Take another question. Okay. Ooh. Come on, left side. All right. Oh, thank you for meeting me halfway. All right. Hey, friend, what's your question?
Ak.
Hello.
Ak.
Anything else?
Is Attack from Mars iconic?
See, we had said we'd never seen it.
Right, I know, but you know what? You were giving the performance a lifetime. I believed in you.
What is your iconic film of choice?
Horror. Yeah, I don't know. I love the Freddy Krueger franchise. I'm trying to think. I was like, I've been such a baby when it comes to horror movies. Yeah. And then actually over quarantine, a friend of mine was hosting like a horror movie night, so I got like a nice crash course in a bunch of horror movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I'm actually quite. Oh, you know what? I loved Poltergeist.
Poltergeist was a good one.
I feel like that one's a little bit. That would be really hard to do in this challenge.
Yeah.
Because.
But if you can nail it, it'll.
Right, that'd be sickening. But yeah, that would be like some big brain stuff to like convey that on stage.
Yeah.
Because like you can't quite see the villain in that one. But yeah, what about you?
What would be mine?
Yeah.
I think I said Monsters Inc. or.
Oh yes, Sully, yes.
Yeah. Just because it's so stupid.
I'm here for that, but also like, yeah, he's terrifying. I am here for that. Well, yeah.
I think drag always needs to keep a balance of stupid sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes drag can get so serious, just because like now it's like become like industry. So like sometimes it like gets just so serious where the looks just look so serious, severe, and I love that. But sometimes I'm like, let's just be stupid.
Really, and that's why it's great about drag is you have the room for all of it. Yeah. You know, it's like you can be really fun, you can be really serious, you can be really goofy. We got space for it all. Yeah, we want to see it all. We want to see the full range of emotions.
Absolutely.
I want to laugh and cry at the same show. Yeah. You know, I want to go through a full existential crisis as well.
Yeah, we're like the voice of like the queer, one of the voices of like the queer community. Like, and it's very vast and diverse.
Very that.
And sometimes stupid.
And sometimes stupid. There we go. Well, I think we're good to close out this section of the show.
Y'all ready for a show?
Yes.
Y'all ready for a couple
Thank you
shows?
so much for watching the episode with us, and with you. We're going to say goodbye to YouTube. Bye, YouTube.
And make sure y'all here next week. It's the season finale.
Yes.
We're going to have all three of us back.
Yes,
Sigourney will
I know.
be back
People are
too.
always so concerned. They're like, where's Sigourney? Where's Saint? I'm like, literally, they're...
We just been rotating.
Right. I was like, they're here.
And also, goodbye, YouTube.
Mwah.